Chandra Bose. Whose mic is on?
Zed.
Zed.
Come on, now can I read?
Government recognized Hindi as a national language and tricolor as a national
The
flag.
word is
And Netaji visited Andaman and Nicobar, so it is named as Shahid and Swarajya. Understood this much,
Yes.
boys?
your
Yes,
voice is
then.
not
Who
coming.
will read? My voice is not coming. Boys?
Ma'am, this Zed mic is just working.
Beta, stop your mics. Said Haidar. Stop your mic. Mute your mic, beta. Beta, mute your mic. So who will read now?
Ma'am, can I read? But
Said Haidar, mute your mic. Read beta, start reading.
from Association of Provisional Government,
Establishment of provisional government.
established of provisional government by Subhash Chandra Bose. Subhash Chandra Bose formed a provisional Indian government and he became its prime minister. He allotted other departments to his companion and formed a cabinet. This government was recognized by Japan, Germany, Italy, nationalized China and Burma. This government recognized Hindi as a national language and tricolor as national flag. It was decided to have income by essential Japan independent role and by property tax. Netaji visited Andaman and Nicobar Island and named it as Shahimed,
Martyr.
Sheikh Martyr and Swa-
Swarajya.
Swarajya
Independence.
Independence.
So for
Last
what
step,
for what for what this government was established for our
your voice
Indian
is not coming.
independence. Now my voice is coming clearly.
Yes,
Yes.
Who established provisional Indian government and who became the
Subhash Chandra
prime
Bose.
minister? Yes, it was recognized in Japan, Germany,
Italy.
nationalized China and Burma. Only one is present in this lecture.
No, ma'am.
Then answer me when I am asking you questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Which government recognized Hindi as a national language?
This
Provisional
provisional
Indian?
government, provisional Indian
Yes.
government.
Okay. Who visited Andaman and Nicobar Island?
Subhash
And what
Chandra
was
Bose.
it named?
Subhash Chandra.
Chandra Bose and name as Shahim Matra and independence at as
Swarajya.
Swarajya.
Okay. So first of all, Subhash Chandra Bose has established Azad Hind Force and Indian Independence League. Then he has established provisional government. And last step, which is done by Subhash Chandra Bose. See, you don't have to read just now. First of all, I am explaining you. Okay. In May 1944, under the leadership, he has captured military units. In where he has captured, that is Rangoon, Prom, and Kohima. Okay, and then he has marched towards Impahal. Okay, then he has dropped two bombs. Who has dropped two bombs? Nagasaki and Hiroshima in Japan. Which World War was started that time? when Nagasaki and Hiroshima dropped two bombs in Japan. Which World War was started? Anyone know it?
World War II.
Yes. So that financial government Hiroshima and two bombs in Japan. Provisional government. British started.
And your voice
British
is cutting.
aircraft were started against Pakistan hit force.
Ma'am, your voice.
Those mic is not muted. Please mute it, then my voice will come clearly. Zaid Haider.
Can you remove him?
From here I can't remove him.
Tell Sona ma'am to remove.
Can you listen me better?
Yes, miss, but we can listen, but your
Yes.
voice is cutting, not clearly.
Wait. Now it is coming clearly.
Yes.
Yes.
So last step for Subhash Chandra Bose was he has captured military units in Rangoon, Prom and Kohima. Then he has marched towards Impahal. When Nagasaki and Hiroshima dropped two bombs in Japan, he has stopped provisional government, and Azad Hind Force was the critical British aircraft has started warfare. So our condition was becoming critical. So on August 18, 1945, what we have started? We have started Taipei airport of Formosa for Tokyo. So this plane was caught by Britishers, and due to this serious burns as it was fired, Subhash Chandra Bose was died, and his death has remained unsolved till date. Okay, so how was
Okay.
Subhash Chandra Bose died? As in May 1944, Netaji has captured military units from Rangoon, Prom and Kohima, and then too he has marched through towards Impahal. Then when two bombs were dropped in Nagasaki, bombs were dropped by Nagasaki and Hiroshima in Japan, Subhash Chandra Bose has stopped. What he has stopped? He has stopped provisional government, and British aircraft has started aircraft. So when he was traveling to Tokyo, his plane was caught by fire and he was died. Okay, understood this last step?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, miss.
Okay, who will read?
Ma'am, can I read?
Start.
In May 1994, under the leadership
1944.
1944. Oh, sorry. In May 1944, under the leadership of Netaji, his military unit captured Rangoon, Proms, and Kohima, present-day the capital of Nagaland. Then it marched towards Imphal, now capital of Manipur. But after the dropping of two atomic bombs of Nagasaki and Hiroshima in Japan, the financial assistance to the provisional government stopped. British aircraft started weapon against Azad Hind Fauj, and so the condition became critical. On August 18, 1941, he started from Taipan Airport to Formosa. What? Formosa.
For Tokyo, Formosa for Tokyo.
Formosa for Tokyo, Japan. But his plane caught fire and he got serious burn, and while undergoing treatment, he died. The mystery of his death has remained unsolved till date.
So understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Understood this much?
Yes,
First
ma'am.
of all, he has established provisional government and became a prime minister. Then too, he has established its government in Japan, Germany, Italy, and nationalized China and Burma. Then this government recognized Hindi as a national language and our tricolor flag as a national flag. Then he visited Andaman Nicobar Islands, so it was known as Shahid and Swarajya. Then last step was in May 1944, he has captured military units in Rangoon from Kohima. Yes, then he marched towards Imperial, and then when two bombs were dropped by Nagasaki and Hiroshima in Japan, he has stopped provisional government, and British government forced this and when he was killed
Ma'am, your voice is cutting.
his plane was still dead and he was dead. Understood this much, boys?
Ma'am, your voice was
Boys,
cutting.
understood this much?
I just listened that the plane was crashed that much only.
First, Subhash Chandra Bose has formed provisional government. He became prime minister in Japan, Germany, Italy, and Burma. Hindi was considered as a national flag is tricolor. Okay. When Netaji visited Andaman and Nicobar Island, it was named as Shahid and Swarajya. Understood this much? Then
Yes.
in May 1944, under the leadership of Netaji, he captured military units from where he has captured Rangoon, Prom and Kohima. Okay? Then he marched towards Imperial. When Nagasaki and Hiroshima dropped bombs in Japan, he stopped provisional government, but Britishers were against Azad Hind Force. So his situation was becoming critical. So on August 18, 1945, when he was traveling to Tokyo, okay, for Tokyo, his plane was caught in fire and he was dead. Until that, this how its death has remained is not unsolved. Okay, understood this much, boys?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So now next topic is achieving independence and partition of India. How we achieved independence and partition of India. Okay. So commanders of Indian National Army were arrested as prisoners. Okay, they were arrested during war and they were doing trial. But Bulabai and Jawaharlal Nehru had pleaded their case. So whole country has taken interest in this case. So British government gave the punishment to the whole country. So populist opinion was the government has withdrawn the punishment. We have withdrawn the government. Okay, and this event with the naval mutiny of Bombay, the British realized their rule in India will no longer be tenable. So what happened? Britishers has given law, they have given punishment, but now Britishers realize that our rules, our regulations, our laws will not work in India. So on February 20, 1947, the Prime Minister of Britain announced the Britishers should left the powers and move from the India and they should quit India by June 1948. Put he has put one power that till June 1948 Britishers should leave India. Understood how we achieved independence?
Yes, miss.
First of all, Indian National Army were arrested by prisoners. Okay, by Britishers they were arrested. So Bulabai Desai and Jawaharlal Nehru had pleaded this case, and our Indians were more interested in this case. So British governments were giving the punishment, and they were arresting whole country. So after doing this, they have done one opinion that we should now leave India. Our rules and regulation will not work. So British Prime Minister of Britain has announced that we should quit India by June 1948. This much understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, who will read?
Can I read?
Other all are sleeping.
Achieving independence and partition of India. The commanders of Indian National Army were arrested as a prisoner of war and were accused of treason and put on trial. Sorry. Balubhai Desai and Jawaharlal Nehru pleaded this case. The whole country took keen interest in this case. When the British government inflicted them with punishment, they were protested against them in the entire country. Owing to populist opinion, the government had to withdraw the punishment. These events end with the Naval Immunity of Bombay.
Mu-
1946, the British realized their rule in India will no longer be tenable. On February 20th, 1947, Attlee, the Prime Minister of Britain, announced that the British government shall give all the power to Government of India as per the Cabinet Ministry of Formula and shall quit India by June 1948.
40.
8.
So, so who decided to leave India by 1948? Attlee, the Prime Minister of Britain. Understood,
Yes, ma'am.
boys? Okay. So now, next, what happened? So now after this, whole situation was changed. So Mountbatten was appointed as a viceroy in the place of Lord Wavell. So he took charge his post. Means he has taken his post in the charge of viceroy. Okay. So communal rights were started. Condition of India was becoming pathetic. Okay, it was becoming critical. So in July 1946, the Congress secured. How many seats Congress has secured? 201 seats was secured from 2010, and Muslim League were 73 seats. Okay, from 78. And this situation was so prior is started. Okay, the league pressurized the government of for Pakistan on 16th August 1946. So terrible communal rights were started all over India, and Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Patel, these all were elected as the alternative. They were electing, demanding Muslim League to go to Pakistan, and Muslim League and Jinnah insisted to separate Pakistan. So what was decided after Mountbatten was appointed vice at whose place, at Viceroy's place, he started communal rights, and at that time in July 1946, the Congress secured 201 seats from 2000 out of 210, and Muslim League seats were 73 out of 78. At that time, Jinnah has decided Muslim League and Jinnah has decided to separate Pakistan. So first, Muslim League boycotted the first cabinet meeting on December 9, 1946, and by January 31, 1947, other cabinet meeting was started and gave a rapid program for the demand of Pakistan. They wanted to separate the Pakistan. Muslim want to go to the Pakistan. Okay, so Mountbatten has convinced Nehru and Sardar Patel to organize central government and their units under the center. Okay, understood, boys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then start reading.
I only or someone else?
Someone else. I have to see the name sentence. Okay, wait. Who was reading just now?
Ma'am, me, head teacher.
Okay. Mohammad Ali Jiwani. Mohammad Ali Jiwani, unmute your mic.
Yes, ma'am.
Unmute your mic and you have to read, okay?
Okay.
From where you have to read, you know? Start reading.
From where?
From where
This
you
is
don't
change.
know? You don't know?
No.
Thus, in a change situation.
Thus, in a situation, Mountbatten was appointed as a viceroy in the place of
Viceroy.
Wavell. Viceroy in a place of Lord Wavell. When he took charge of his post, communal riots had started in India.
Riots.
The condition of riots had started in India. The constitution of India had become pathetic. In July 1946, the Congress secured 201 seats out of
कौन सा
210
गायब समारोह
and
को
Muslim League 73 seats out of 78 from provinces of India for the prior formation of the Constituent Assembly. The League pressured, press, pressurized the government for Pakistan on 16 August 1946. So terrible communal riots and tumult spread all over India. Looking at the situation in India, Sardar Patel, Jawaharlal Nehru, and other Congress leaders felt there was no other alternative except accepting a
Accepting the
demand
demand.
of Muslim League for Pakistan became Muslim League and Jinnah insisted for separate Pakistan. The Muslim League boycott the first cabinet meeting on December 9, 1946. The Muslim League executed held
Executive
on January 30, executive held
31.
on January 31, 1947 decided to boycott the cabinet meeting and gave a rapid and extensive
Extensive
program for the demand of Pakistan. Mountbatten convinced Nehru and Sardar Patel, who understood the matter, that having a well-organized central government having administrative units under the center shall be more peaceful and progressive instead of weak central government consisting of many autonomous and opposite constituents.
opposite.
National opposite constituents. National leaders found this agreement acceptable.
Argument.
Sardar Patel and agreement acceptable. Sardar Patel and Nehru discussed this matter with Gandhiji, who also helplessly accepted arrangement of partition of India with heavy hearts.
Okay, so after Attlee, the Prime Minister of Britain has told that by July 1948, June 1948, we have to leave India. So the Mountbatten became Viceroy in the place of Lord Wavell, and he took his post and communal rights were started. In that time, in July 1946, Congress 201 seats were appointed and Muslim League was 73 in the formation of Constituent Assembly. That time, so Muslim League wants to separate from India. So our Jawaharlal Nehru and Sardar Patel were not telling no, but Mountbatten has convinced Nehru and Sardar Patel and asked to separate for India, and our national leaders were has also accepted, and Gandhiji also, who was helpless, also accepted for the partition of India. Okay, so understood this topic.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so next is Mountbatten Plan 1947 and partition of India. So when he was elected as the viceroy, he has presented his scheme, and there was no alternative scheme during partition. There was no option, as Jinnah and Muslim League asked for the separation of India. There was no other option for us, so they have decided to do partition of India. So national and prolific leaders like Sardar Patel also understood this matter, and after this discussion on finally June 3, 1947. Viceroy also decided to plan that is known as partition of India, and this plan was known as Mountbatten Plan. And who accepted this plan? Congress leaders and Muslim League. And it was started implemented all over it was seen in East Bengal and Sylhet province of Assam. They also started to join East India, West Bengal, East Bengal. They all started moving to Pakistan, and they were joining with Pakistan. So this plan was known as Mountbatten Plan. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Who will read? I have to choose the names and then, huh? Okay, wait. Shahim Akbar. Shahim Ak- Shahim Akbar.
Ma'am.
Shahim Akbar, I am telling you.
Yes, ma'am.
You have to read.
But ma'am, I can't see the screen.
Mountbatten Planet. Start reading.
Ma'am, I can't see the screen clearly.
Now it is clear.
No, ma'am. All black.
Wait. Now it is seen clearly. Shahim Akbar. Shahim Akbar, I am asking you.
Yes, ma'am.
Now read it.
So, Mount.
Shahim Akbar, you have to read.
Yes, ma'am, I'm reading.
Start.
On March 24th, Mountbatten presented
Viceroy.
Viceroy Mountbatten presented his scheme. According to him, there was no alternative than other than the partition of
Partition of
India.
India.
National and prolific leaders like Sardar Patel understood the matter after many discussions and pondering finally on June 3, June 3rd, 47. Viceroy Mountbatten decided to plan the partition of India. Uh, this plan is known as Mountbatten Plan. The Congress leader
Okay.
and the Muslim League.
Okay, wait. So, who understood this matter of partition of India?
Ma'am, me. All.
Who understood this plan? Who understood this matter for the partition of
Ma'am, we
India?
all.
Sardar Patel. Okay. So, on June 3, 1947, Viceroy Mountbatten decided to plan this partition of India. Therefore, it was known as Mountbatten Plan. Okay. Read.
The Congress leaders and the Muslim League accepted his plan. When Mountbatten plan started getting implemented, the people of East Bengal and Sylhet province of Assam decided to join East Pakistan. West Bengal and East Bengal were affiliated with the India as per decision of the
Decision of the
Assembly.
West Bengal joined the
West
with
Punjab
Pakistan.
with Pakistan. It was decided to affiliate Northwest province, Sindh and Balochistan with Pakistan.
Okay, so for the as this was decided that Muslim League can join with Pakistan. So West Bengal joined with Pakistan, and it was decided to affiliate Northwest provinces Sindh and Pakistan with Pakistan. Okay, understood this much,
Yes,
boy?
ma'am. Yes, miss.
Okay, it's important, huh? So our next lecture is on which day? Boys, I'm asking you.
Ma'am, we don't have the timetable.
You don't have timetable. You don't have timetable? On Friday we have next lecture. So I have told you for the test.
Yes,
Boys,
ma'am.
I have told you for the test. So
Yes,
shall
ma'am.
I take a test just now?
Okay.
All are prepared? Boys.
Yes, ma'am. I'm.
All are prepared for the test.
Yes,
Mohammad
ma'am.
Raza Nurani,
Yes, ma'am.
Jameen. All are under